the senator from Louisiana who serves on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator Kennedy, thank you for joining us this morning. As you can hear, there's so much going on at this moment. And at this hour, a countdown is on to fund the government by the end of the week. Where do things stand this morning, Senator?
We're negotiating with our Democratic colleagues. We need a budget. It's embarrassing that we don't have one. Everybody else in America has a budget, except that the entity that you think should take the lead, and that's the United States government. It needs to be balanced. Our Democratic friends want to add what I consider to be a lot of extraneous issues, immigration for one. I think the quickest way to blow up our budget negotiations would be to insist on mixing apples and oranges, but I think we'll get it done. I don't think anybody on either side of the aisle wants to shut down government. Having said that, I want a budget that's balanced. I just don't think we spend enough time thinking about the ramifications of a $20 trillion in debt. I mean, we borrow $1 million a minute to run this place. $1.4 billion a day. It's breathtaking.
What are you hearing from your Democratic colleagues? Because the president says Democrats are refusing to negotiate. They don't want a deal on DACA, says the White House.
Well, if it's not going to be, DACA's not the only issue that our Democratic colleagues have talked about. And to be fair, there's some of my Republican colleagues that are trying to inject what I consider to be extraneous issues as well.
What's the issue with them? What's the holdup with?
One is the Affordable Care Act. There are some folks on my side of the aisle that think we ought to reinstate the subsidies to Obamacare that the president got rid of. Actually, in some respects reaffirm Obamacare, but also in return develop some plans that would allow the American people to pay less for their health insurance. And I'm not passing judgment on that idea. I'm just saying we need to go do a budget. We have a hard enough time when the only issue is the budget. But you add all these extraneous issues and it just gets more difficult. The real issue is in the budget is how can we properly fund defense? How can we properly help our neighbors who are hurt by natural disasters while at the same time not adding to the deficit? Some of my colleagues leave out the last part.
So it sounds like there's an issue on the Republican side, and on the Democrat side, Senator, do you believe Democrats are acting in good faith in these negotiations?
I'm not going to ascribe bad motives to them. I don't know what's in their heart. I just know the quickest way to blow up this budget is to add a bunch of extraneous, controversial stuff, like immigration, like Obamacare, like taxing the internet, that sort of thing.
All right, the Friday deadline's quickly approaching. It sounds like your best guess this gets done without a government shutdown.
I don't think anybody wants to shut down. The Republicans don't, and I think Senator Schumer learned his lesson in the last one.
Okay. Senator Kennedy, thank you for joining us on a busy